Hello everyone, I am Ritika Zuzgar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So here in this Unit 3 we discuss about SVM, that is Support Vector Machine. Okay, so Support Vector Machine again characterized into the two parts, non-linear SVM and the linear SVM. So in previous video we already discussed about non-linear SVM, where if we are having the non-linear type data, so for that we can solve this type of data by using the soft margin and the kernel tricks. So previous video we discussed about what is mean by kernel tricks and what are the hyperparameters are used in the kernel tricks. So where the C parameter is also used and the gamma parameters. So in this video we discuss about the kernel functions in the support vector machine. So kernel function is a method used to take a data as an input and transform into the required form of processing data. So kernel is used due to the set of mathematical functions used in the support vector machine provides the windows to manipulate the data. So the kernel function generally transforms the training set of data so that a non-linear decision surface is able to. So the nonlinear surface is able to transform to the linear equation in the higher number of dimension space. Okay, so as I said, why we use the kernel functions? So if we are having the low dimensional data for the linear classification, for the linear classification, if we want to classify two data set, okay, so for that we converting the low dimensional input space into the higher dimensional input space. So basically it returns the inner product between the 2 points in the standard features dimensions. So there are various kernel functions are available. The major kernel functions, for implementing the kernel functions, first of all we have the instance required, that is a sklearn library. Okay, so if you are using the Python, for that we require the sklearn library to implement these kernel functions. Okay, the what are the kernel functions? First is the Gaussian kernel, then second is the kernel radial basic function RBF, third one is the sigmoid kernel, and the fourth one is the polynomial kernel. Okay, so let us discuss this kernel function one by one. First is what the Gaussian kernel. So this is used to perform the transformation when there is no prior knowledge about the data. अगर हमें कोई जो भी डेटा सेट है उसके ऊपर नॉलेज नहीं है, उसके कौन से टाइप का फीचर्स है इंक्लूड, वो कुछ भी अगर हमें पता नहीं है, सो इन दैट केस वी यूज द Gaussian kernel. The second type is the radial basic function kernel. Okay, so this is a default kernel used in the SVM. So here the similarity between the 2 points in the transformed feature space is an exponential decaying function of the distance between the vectors and the original input space. So RBF is the default kernel used in the SVM. So same as the kernel function, adding the radial basic function method to improve the transformation. The third point is the sigmoid kernel. So this function is equivalent to the two-layer perceptron model of a neural network, which is used as an activation function for the artificial neurons. Okay, so this type of kernel functions we can use in the neural networking. Okay, if you are deeply studying about the artificial neural network, or if you are deeply study about the deep learning or soft computing techniques, so where we have a concept is a neural network. So neural network are again characterized into the two types, biological neural network and the artificial neural network. So if we are using the artificial neural network type classification, so in that we have one activation function. So if you are applying the activation function on a given set of inputs, so for that we get the sigmoid structure, sigmoid graph. Okay, so this is the sigmoid kernel. The fourth point is the polynomial kernel. So the polynomial kernel tasks an additional parameter degree that control the model's complexity and computational cost of the transformation. Okay, so in previous video we already discussed the parameters used in the kernel functions like C parameter and gamma parameters. So in polynomial kernel there is one parameter is included, that is the degree parameter. Okay, so what is the use of this degree? That control the model complexity and computational cost of the transformation. So it represents the similarity of vectors in training set of data in a feature space over the polynomials of the original variables used in the kernel. Okay, so these are the different kernel functions used in the support vector machine. So last point is what are the advantages, disadvantages and applications of support vector machine. Okay, so this is the last point of our unit 3, that is classification. So advantages of support vector machine is support vector machine works comparably well when there is an understandable margin of dissociation between classes. The second one is it is a more productive in high dimensional spaces. It is effective in instances where the number of dimensions is large than the number of spinances. And the support vector machine is comparably memory systematic. Disadvantages is support vector machine algorithm is not acceptable for the large data set. It does not execute very well when the data set has a more sound. So see here, this is a linear SVM, linear classifier. Then second is what polynomial. Okay, so this is a polynomial. Okay, then second polynomial. So this is again the polynomial kernel. Then radial basic कैसे होगा यहाँ पे? So this is a radial basic. Okay, इस टाइप का. ये radial basic, ये एक radial basic. And sigmoid का कैसे था? इस टाइप का kernel. Okay. मीन्स ये वाला यहाँ पे कैसे होगा, वो यहाँ पे एक डेटा सेट हो सकता है, यहाँ पे एक डिफरेंट डेटा सेट और यहाँ पे एक डिफरेंट डेटा सेट. सो वो क्या करेगा, इसके इस तरह से क्लासिफाई करके देगा. ओके, सो दीज आर द कर्नल फंक्शंस यूज्ड इन द सपोर्ट वेक्टर मशीन. थैंक यू.